सुप्रभात। हमारी स्वतंत्रता के उत्सव में आप सभी का स्वागत करना मेरे लिए परम सम्मान की बात है। यह वह दिन है जब हम भारत के गौरवान्वित नागरिक बने। आइए इस अवसर का जश्न मनाते हैं। मैं माननीय गणमान्य व्यक्तियों और उपस्थित सभी लोगों से आभासी ध्वजारोहण के लिए खड़े होने का अनुरोध करता हूं। इसके बाद राष्ट्रगान और प्रार्थना होगी। मैं छोटे बच्चों के माता-पिता से यह सुनिश्चित करने का भी अनुरोध करता हूं कि बच्चे हमारे राष्ट्रीय ध्वज और गान के प्रति सम्मान दिखाने के लिए खड़े हैं और बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। धन्यवाद। Good morning, everyone. It is an absolute honor for me to welcome you all to the celebration of our 75th Independence Day. It is a day when we became the proud citizens of India. Let us celebrate the occasion. I request the honorable dignitaries and everyone present to stand for the virtual flag hoisting. This will be followed by the national anthem and school prayer. I also request the parents of younger children to ensure that the children are upstanding and not fidgeting or talking to show respect to our national flag and anthem. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. May I now request our IGCSE coordinator, Ms. Marsha Joshi, to please introduce our honorable chief guest for the occasion.
Good morning, everyone. A very happy Independence Day to all. It gives me great pleasure to introduce a very old friend of mine, Dr. Prabhakaran Paleri, as our chief guest. He is a strategist, a researcher, an academic and author with professional experience in the Naval, Customs and Coast Guard services. And he is a non-executive corporate director in public sector undertakings. He retired as the Director General of the Indian Coast Guard in August 2006 and thereafter started a new phase in his life as a research scholar and academician in India and abroad. Presently, he is Emeritus Professor at the Rashtriya Raksha University, Lavard, Gujarat. He is also the Vice President of FINS, which is a think tank in India for military strategy and national security. I now invite Dr. Paleri to take the floor, or rather to join and give us a few words on this momentous occasion.
Good morning, Marsha. And I never expected that one day you will be introducing me to a fine audience, that too comprising a lot of children and their teachers. This is a momentous occasion for India because what I would like to say is that among the 263 geo entities in this world, these numbers keep changing. It was some time back, it was different when I did the research, but this year when I am concluded in my research, there are 263 geo entities of the human systems today in the world. This including 193 members of the United Nations and the 2 non-members like Vatican and Palestine. Among these 263 geo-entities, you'll be surprised to know that India is the one which has the longest continuum. In other words, it is not interrupted so far. The 75th Independence Day is a part or the head part of the forward moving India through different stages without excuse me, without any interruption. If you take up the other countries like Babylon, Iraq, or Egypt, and many other countries, they lost the continuum intermittently and then again they restart, like South Sudan, for example. Well, that is not our subject. Our subject is India's 75th Independence Day celebration, and it is important for us to know the kind of a country we are in. Perhaps we are the luckiest of all the people in this world being a citizen of this country. There are reasons for this, not hypothetical statements. You have to understand, a nation is not the people. A nation is a separate entity. It has a separate identity. That's one of the reasons I always recommend even the geostrategists or diplomats never treat a nation with disrespect, like calling rogue country. Those kind of terminologies are not to be used because we have to respect another nation as the way we respect our own. And that is the credibility of India, why it is still a continuum, because India opened its doors to everybody. India respected everybody. India still does the same. We respect another country, whoever it may be, even if they are going to fight a war with us, as with due respect, and the people with due concern. That is why what we say, sabka vikas, sabke saath, all kind of things, which is also our old statement of the whole world is a family. It is, because the human system is one single family. Every human being is born into this planet, not for a particular country or a particular room, but even in our family organizations, what I call human systems, we still have our own rooms, but the whole house belongs to us. So when we look at it, it is amazing to see this country has finished 74 years and the 75th year is going to start. And I finished 75 years and my 76th year is starting, but that doesn't matter for me, just like the way it doesn't matter for India. But what we have done in the 75 plus thousands of years of the long continuum, longest surviving continuum. Whereas you see the Americans have got about 300 years of continuity. Whereas South Sudan has got 2 years, so 3 years continuity. The present day Somalia has got about nearly 2 years continuity. Or I can say, I mean, I have to examine that. 2012, it had a government, so the whole thing, a scenario has changed. It is something new today. Soviet Union is micronized, and now it is Russia. It is almost, Soviet Union is gone, but Russia is there since 1993. 1991, when I can say. So that is what is special about India. It is a continuum, thousands of year old continuum. The people of India should know it. And for anything, the continuity matters. So whether it's a corporate organization, whether it is school, whether it is a family, whether it is an individual. So I have 75 years of continuum, but a nation will also have the same kind of continuum. That's how you plan a nation. That is one thing. Second thing about India and Indian independence is that most of the people do not know that everyone thinks India was one colony or the British. No. India was a colony provincially, which is ruled by the British directly, and it had 565 princely state that was very different from India, which is the British India. Those princely states of 565 princely states were ruled by their own kings and queens and nawabs and whoever it was. The rulers of these 565 countries, provinces, princely states, were actually ruling their princely states under a treaty with the British. So the British actually wanted three parts of India. One is Pakistan, one is India, and one is separate princely states as a dominion under their own control, which should continue. Because the problem with Britain at that time was it was bankrupt because after the Second World War. That's a big story. But what is special about India? There are many things very special about India which is not known to people. I told you, it is the longest continuum. In a foreign university, a lady asked me what is so special about India which is not there in the United States. I told her that India is the world and United States has the world in it. They're a migrant country. But India is the world. Whatever is there in India, in the world is there in India. So these kind of things are necessary for us to understand. So the first thing is, it is a thousands of years long surviving continuum, which every entity is, but their time span is different. It gets broken, it starts afresh. But India did not do that. Second, everything is available in India. That is one of the reasons why Indians never colonized any other part. Third, it is the country with the largest population in the world. Don't tell me it is China. It is not China. It is India that has got the maximum population. 1 in 5 of every human being who is walking on this earth is an Indian. 3, India has the present day Indian population is a hybrid population with people born there, originated there, and it is this part of the world which had the first human being, not Africa, not Ethiopia or in Africa, not China. There was a research recently by Indian and French archaeologists who found it is in the Shivalik Mountains the first biped was born, human being was born. That takes 40,000 years beyond what is scientists have decided today. So India has the first human being. That is very clear. I don't want to go into that. But we also had people coming to us because India hit the Eurasian plate and became easy like a plank for people to move from one ship to another. And India became part of the Eurasian plate. The entire ocean there, Tethys Sea, became Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. I'm a sailor, so I have the right to say this thing. And I keep studying about it and keep talking about it, keep writing about it. This clarifies many doubts which I have or anybody has. That's a different subject. One day when I am in Bombay, I hope I'll come and meet you all and talk to you when more on these subjects. Bombay is a city which I love. I have worked there. I have been I'm very fond of Bombay. That's where I met Marsha. And so that is from where we all went to the 1971 war to Karachi through a different route, not direct. And we came back victoriously. Of course, we missed nearly 200 people. We lost, and we also lost a ship. So when we came back to Bombay victoriously, so many people in Bombay, including the taxi drivers, including the film stars, tried to felicitate us, but we couldn't sit there peacefully because we are missing our nearly 200 people, many of them I know, whom we lost in the war of 14 days. This is what exactly I wanted to say, and I want you to feel proud of this country, and because this is the country that is needed for the world. The entire world knows if there is no India, the entire world will get into all kind of problems. India balances the system. India balances the human system here, which can be proven. It is very clear, and the rest of the world, to some part, knows it. But many of them may not know. But I am not bothered about that. But I am bothered if Indians do not know that we are the keepers of this planet. And because of that, we have to be responsible. We have to love human beings. Everything else is secondary. We got to look after the world. We have to be a citizen of the planet by helping others. And that also means we have to work together. Our cohesion between us has to be very, very strong. This is the message I have to give you. In fact, this morning I spoke on the All India Radio. I had to publish an article which I had sent to Marsha about India. There's so many things. A beautiful world, beautiful country, beautiful people like all of you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Paleri, for sharing your views on our independence and on India. Coincidentally, it is Dr. Paleri's birthday today. A very happy birthday to you, sir, on behalf of the Podar family.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Moving on further, any event is not an event without music and dance. Coming up is an Independence Day special dance medley by our PYP budding stars.
यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे धरती बदले रंग, यहाँ की बोली में रंगोली सात रंग, यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे धरती बदले रंग, यहाँ की बोली में रंगोली सात रंग, धानी पगड़ी पहने मौसम है, नीली चादर ताने अंबर है, नदी सुनहरी हरा समंदर है रे सजीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला, देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला, देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला, देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला, देश मेरा रंगीला।
कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना। अब तो हमें आगे बढ़ते हैं रहना, अब तो हमें साथी है बस इतना ही कहना। अब जो भी हो शोला बन के पत्थर है पिघलाना, अब जो भी हो बादल बन के पर्वत पर है छाना। कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब ऐसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं। निकले हैं मैदान में हम चाहते भी पर लेकर, अब देखो दम लेंगे हम जाके अपनी मंजिल।
वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, है वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, है वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू। मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तू। है वतन मेरे
आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तले, आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तले। आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तले, आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तले। सच्ची मैंने जान गवाई है, नच नच कोयलों पे रात बिताई है। अखियों की नींद मैंने फूकों से उड़ा दी, गिन गिन तारे मैंने उंगली जलाई है। आजा आजा जिंदे शामी आने के तले, आजा सारी वाले नीले आसमान के तले।
की मेरे वतन की, थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी धरती की मेरे वतन की, थोड़ी सी खुशबू बाराई से मस्त पवन की, थोड़ी सी धोकने वाली धक 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 सांसें, जिनमें हो चुनू चुनू वो बूंदे लाल लहू की। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। और मोहे तू रंग दे बसंती यारा, मोहे तू रंग दे बसंती, मोहे 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 मोहे तू।
तुझ पे वार ना 100 वारी जान में, तुझ पे वार ना 100 वारी जान में, तेरे कुर्बान मेरी माँ। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे।
से है प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। सिलसिला ये बाद मेरे यूं ही चलना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए।
I hope you all enjoyed the dance by our kids. Kabir Singh from grade 7 will now present a speech on Independence Day. Over to you, Kabir. Kabir, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, all. From being a dependent to an independent nation, it is a journey of 75 years. I'm proud to be an Indian. I, Kabir Nirmal Jaising, from grade 7 of PODAR-ORT International School, am privileged to talk about this day and our proudest moments alongside this journey. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Yes, indeed, this marvelous quote was written and implemented by our beloved Bapu. I am proud to be an Indian, and we Indians have carried forward these reins of achievements. I'll name a few of our golden moments which definitely need attention. Birth of a Republic, the Green Revolution, India's entry into Mars, India's entry into the Allied Nuclear Power Club, and India's first win in the World Cup. This just doesn't need a full stop. There are so many I have not mentioned and many more to come. Today, let's come together and thank all the martyrs like Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and Rabindranath Tagore, because without them, India was nothing, and without India, we are nothing. India, a country of abundance, beauty, blue and green, with a history of struggles, but all of these struggles has made India what it is today. So go out there, be proud of your own country, achieve something to make your country feel proud. Let's feel the freedom, India. Happy Independence Day to all. Jai Hind.
Yes, we need to be grateful for our freedom and to our freedom fighters. Thank you, Kabir. We now have a song and instrumental medley from our MYP and MYP sections by Anya Sanda singing Ye Jo Desh Hai Mera, Prisha Gupta playing Vande Mataram Ma Tujhe Salam on the keyboard, Vihan Shah playing keyboard on Ae Watan Mere Watan, and Vivan Mehta's rendition of Teri Mitti on the guitar.
जो देश है तेरा स्वदेश है तेरा है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा, तुझे है पुकारा। ये वो बंधन है जो कभी टूट नहीं सकता। मिट्टी की जो खुशबू 100 दर्द सहे, महफूस हुआ तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी रहे न रहे। है मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका न पड़े कभी रंग तेरा, जिस्म से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी मैं मर जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की या रसूल। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की या रसूल। हो हो तेरी मिट्टी मैं मिल जावा, गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की या रसूल। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की या रसूल। इतनी सी है दिल की या रसूल, इतनी सी है दिल की या रसूल। हो हो जय हिंद।
Thank you, children, for such a beautiful and melodious presentation. The future of India, our brave students of PODAR-ORT, heading towards victory by displaying their passion for the country with their karate and football skills.
I'm start recording. Yo. Right leg side की बड़ा ha. Bend more, bend more. Two the arms okay. Each count here. H. Kiai. D. Kiai. One. Three. Go. Rock. Six. Aç. Q.
Kiai.
Ha. Hi, Ame. Hi, Mosubiraj. Ray. Yo. Right leg side की तरफ. Hi. Ha. आगे ओके. H. D. One. Three. Go. Rock. Six. Aç. Q. Ha. I am A. I am Mosubiraj. Ray. Yo. Right leg side की तरफ. Fight. Ha. Kedan Barai. Change your hand. H.
front. Lead. Turn. Three. Go. Group. Six. Arch. Q. Hiya. AMA. Possibilities. Ray. Stop the video, please. Bow down.
Yes.
And roll. And bend on. Left hand at the back. Edge. Knee. And go. Yeah. Hey. Oh. Hello. Right, left, right. Good. Good. Two down the pitch. Three. One. Three. Go. Up. Six. Up. Two. Hello. Hi, man. Impossible. Red. Go. Right, left, right to the right. आगे आगे yes lead turn three four look six up two hey amic vamos vibrar red good right left right
Os.
Hey-o! Right leg side, good, good. Two down the pitch.
Kiai.
Hey,
Kiai.
turn,
Kiai.
three,
Kiai.
go,
Kiai.
rope,
Kiai.
six,
Kiai.
arch,
Kiai.
two,
Kiai.
hiya,
Kiai.
hiya man. Impossibilidades. Red,
Os.
go. Right leg side की तरफ right, hiya. आगे उठे, H, lead,
Kiai.
turn,
Kiai.
three,
Kiai.
go,
Kiai.
group,
Kiai.
six,
Kiai.
out,
Kiai.
two,
Kiai.
ha,
Kiai.
I am it, I possibilities, red,
Os.
go, right leg side की तरफ right, ha. Left side की तरफ right, ha. Get on the right.
K.
Lead,
K.
on,
K. K.
three,
K.
go,
K.
group,
K.
six,
K.
out,
K.
two,
K.
ha.
K.
I am it. I possibilities. Right. Stop the video. Start the video, please. Right. Go. H E Possibilities. video. Yo! H E Start the video, please. Red. Yo! H E What's the middle match? Right. Stop the video.
Amazing. I now invite our head girl Tripura Chami to speak a few words on the occasion. Tripura, over to you.
भारत एक ख्वाब है, एक ऐसी तश्तरी जिस पर हर मजहब, हर संस्कृति और हर समुदाय के तारों को सजाकर रखा है। भारत एक भावना है, वह भावना जो शेफाली वर्मा के चौकों और नीरज चोपड़ा के जैवलिन थ्रोस को देखकर उभर आती है। भारत वह भावना है जिसने हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को अत्याचार के खिलाफ उनकी लड़ाई में प्रेरित किया था और आज भी हमारे नौजवानों को प्रेरित कर रही है। भारत वह देश है जिसको 75 साल पहले दुनिया का सबसे जोखिम भरा राजनीतिक कदम माना गया था और आज भी हम अपनी क्षमता, प्रतिबद्धता और साहस से पूरी दुनिया को चौंका रहे हैं। सुप्रभात, मेरा नाम त्रिपुरा चामी है और पोर्टिस की तरफ से मैं आप सबको स्वतंत्रता दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देना चाहूंगी। अगर कोविड-19 की महामारी ने हमें एक चीज सिखाई है तो वो एकता है। मुझे आज भी याद है कि कोरोना की दूसरी लहर के दौरान हर भारतीय नागरिक ने अपने निजी परेशानियों को नजरअंदाज कर सामाजिक सेवा में हाथ बटाया। भारत की आजादी की कहानी से हम कई मूल्यों को अपना सकते हैं, लेकिन आज के समय में एकता और संगति के किस्सों को याद रखना महत्वपूर्ण है। उदाहरण के लिए, हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानी अक्सर असहमत होते थे, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी भी अपने व्यक्तिगत अंतर को देश के हित के आगे नहीं रखा। उन्होंने हमें सिखाया कि एक सार्वजनिक बुद्धिजीवी, पब्लिक इंटेलेक्चुअल की जिम्मेदारी हर भारतीय नागरिक की समस्याओं को मन में रखकर उनका समाधान करना होती है। इस देश के भविष्य के रूप में अगर हम इन नायकों से कुछ चीजें सीख सकते हैं तो वो है एकता, ईमानदारी और निष्पक्षता। हिंदुस्तान और विकास पर्यायवाची शब्द हैं। पिछले 74 सालों में हमने आधुनिकता को तो अपनाया है, लेकिन अपनी स्वदेशी प्रथाओं को कभी ठुकराया नहीं। योगा और आयुर्वेद जैसी भारतीय प्रथाएं दुनिया भर में प्रसिद्ध हैं और स्टारबक्स के सामने भी टर्मरिक लाटे यानी हल्दी दूध के लिए लाइनें लग जाती हैं। ओलंपिक्स में भी हमारे युवा खिलाड़ियों के प्रदर्शन ने हमारा सर गर्व से ऊंचा कर दिया और आंखें खुशी से नम कर दी। ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा कि आजादी के पूरे 74 साल बाद हिंदुस्तान भरती महाशक्ति है, परंतु आज भी ऐसी कई समस्याएं हैं जिनका सुझाव ढूंढना होगा। डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर कहा करते थे कि मैं एक समुदाय की प्रगति को महिलाओं द्वारा हासिल की गई सफलता की डिग्री से नापता हूं। आज भी भारत में कई लड़कियां सामाजिक दबाव के कारण विद्यालय में भर्ती नहीं हो पाती हैं। शिक्षा हर बालक का जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार होना चाहिए और उस सपने को हम सबको मिलकर साकार करना होगा। जातिवाद आज भी संविधान में लिखे मूल्यों के साथ खिलवाड़ करता है। इस कुप्रथा को खत्म करने की शुरुआत हो चुकी है, लेकिन इसे खत्म करने के लिए हर नागरिक का सहयोग जरूरी है। बदलते समूह में हमें अपने स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों द्वारा दर्शाई ईमानदारी, एकता, निष्पक्षता और परोपकार को अपनाना होगा और इन समस्याओं का हल ढूंढना होगा। शिक्षित करना, संगठित करना और आंदोलन करना हर भारतीय नागरिक की लोकतांत्रिक जिम्मेदारी है और मैं आशा करती हूं कि 21वीं सदी के विद्यार्थियों के तौर पर हम इस विषय पर गौर करें। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you, Tripura. I'm sure we will all reflect on Tripura's message. दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दें हम इंडिया वाले. Yes, that's what our MYP and IGCSE students have to tell you with their super powerful and graceful dance performance.
हमारे यहाँ कोई मारे ना, यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है। ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं, अरे जो भी हैं जैसे हैं, खुद पे हमें नाज है। जाने ना हमको ये जमाना, चाहो तो हमको आजमाना। यार बाज हम चाल साज हम इश्क बाज दिल वाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छू लेते दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले, हर जीत छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम बाराई से मस्त पवन की थोड़ी सी धोखने वाली धक 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 सांसें, जिनमें हो जुनू जुनू वो बूंदे लाल लहू की। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। और मोह तू रंग दे बसंती यारा, मोह तू रंग दे बसंती।
शहीदाने वतन है जो हमेशा याद आते हैं, शहीदों की शहादत पर ज़माने सर झुकाते हैं। हम हिंद के वीर सिपाही हिंदुस्तान पे जान लुटा देंगे। हम हिंद के वीर सिपाही हिंदुस्तान पे जान लुटा देंगे। कश्मीर हिमालय की खातिर, कश्मीर हिमालय की खातिर हम अपना खून बहा देंगे। अपना खून बहा देंगे, हम अपना खून बहा देंगे। बोले हम हिंद के वीर सिपाही हिंदुस्तान पे जान लुटा देंगे।
थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हक था, ना देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के, तेरा मेरा साथ यही तक था। ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे, तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरी हीर तो धरती है रांझे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। ओ रांझना वे तेरी सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हक था, ना देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के, तेरा मेरा साथ यही तक था। ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे, तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरी हीर तो धरती है रांझे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू।
तलवारों पे सरवार दिए, अंगारों में जिस्म जलाया है, तब जाके कहीं हमने सर पे ये केसरी रंग सजाया है। मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे। मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा, जिस मुंह से निकल के खून कहे।
गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू ओ हीर मेरी तू हंसती रहे तेरी आंख घड़ी भर नम ना हो मैं मरता था जिस मुखड़े पे कभी उसका उजाला कम ना हो ओ माई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे क्यों आंख से दरिया बहता है तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं और चांद हमेशा रहता है मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए 100 दर्द सहे महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू
Thank you, students, for such a mesmerizing performance. And now I call upon our head of school, Mr. Kaiser Topeshi, to give the vote of thanks. Sir, over to you.
Yeah. Happy Independence Day to all of you. And it's a pleasure seeing all of you on this 75th celebration of India's independence. To begin with, I want to express my deep gratitude that for this momentous occasion in our history of our nation, we had Dr. Prabhakaran Palleri to come and give a message to the young India, which is represented in the schools, such as ours. Thank you, Dr. Palleri, for giving those insightful comments.
Thank you.
I pretty much like the idea of India being over 1,000 years of continuum, and how in that continuum you do get your ups and downs, but the development continues, growth with development. The fact that India is the world. I think I quite like that perspective of how that was put up. So thank you so much. Just before I can, proceed a little further, I would just ask you to, after having gone through what the kids have done and, spoken, just a few reflective comments.
Well, I have plenty because I dealt with a lot of children. And I felt very nice to be with them today. I want to actually congratulate all of you fine people for developing these children who are much, much superior to all of us who are older than them. Because I believe genetically, actually, the one who has come after me should be superior to me, like a 4G is superior to DG, 2G or something. I always say this thing, that children, never underestimate them. They have something which perhaps I may not have because I'm older than them. The only thing I have which compared to a child is I have more experience. I've seen a little more than what they have seen. And I have learned out of what I've seen, which I can pass on to them. So the children are superior. They are very, very interesting creation of God. I tutored a child in Washington, D.C. for 1 year. as a voluntary mentor for him. Fifth standard child. Yes, I'm taking 1 or 2 minutes extra. He was an African American kid, fifth standard in an elementary school in Northeast Washington. His parents were deaf and dumb in a poor family living in a ghetto. They were both drug addicts, and there are many like that. And this kid will have to go in the evening and get their quota for the day of drugs, medically permitted. I taught him social studies, science, geography, and maths for 1 year, going at taking my own time, my own money, whatever scholarship I was getting while I was studying in Washington, D.C., a master's degree on national security strategy, about an year plus. I taught this boy. The first day when I went to him, he was not attentive. So I asked him the first week, son, what you want to become when you grow up? He told me he want to become a pusher. A pusher is the one who retails drugs in the dark alleys. We have many pushers in Bombay, many pushers all over India. He has only seen a pusher and he wanted to become a pusher. Now, I didn't say anything about it. After 1 year, I took him to Smithsonian cafeteria to show him how black heroes of America were. Then I took him to a cafeteria there and bought him lunch. That is after 1 year, and I am 1.5 years or something, and I was leaving for India, returning to India on completion of my master's degree. So when I asked him, Olu, Sadiki was his name, I said, tell me now, I'm leaving for my country, I'm going back home. Then he said first, he looked at me and said, India? I said, yes, India, because he never heard of India on the first day when I met him. Then I asked him, Olu, I wanted to ask you, what you want to become when you grow up? The same question I asked him 1 year back, and he told me he wanted to become a pusher. Then he, without batting his eyelid, he told me he wants to be a cop like me. He misunderstood me as a cop. Yes, I enforce law. That's a different thing. That is the change. That is one of those blessed moments in my life where I felt I changed an American child who perhaps would have been a drug pusher when he grows up. I remember the governor of Texas, who heard this thing, was felicitating me, telling me, I can't believe you that you are trying to change some of our kids. So what I wanted to say is that you, sir, you asked me what you think of your children. Fantastic. Like any other child in the world. One of the reasons I accepted your invitation is because I'm dealing with children. Yes, I love Marsha. She has been a very close friend. And I cannot refuse to her. But more than that, it's because of your school. And I know I could meet many children, and they were wonderful. My best wishes to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Paleri, for those very inspiring concluding reflection of yours. Thank you all who have gone about putting this program together, especially the students who are the heart of what we stand for. It's not it wouldn't be the 75th anniversary or of celebrations of independence had it not been the future which we see here. you hold hope through your arts, that your dance, your sports, your music, you expressing your thoughts, even as Tripura and Kabir gave their little speeches out there. Continue to express what is the best. Continue to express your diversity, because in that diversity lies the beauty of uniqueness and that oneness which makes this country so, so special. So keep this country in your heart, and as you move ahead today, have good time, but keep reflecting how you would, as I keep saying, keep thinking about how blessed it is to give than to receive. Keep thinking of that, and then you would be like any freedom fighter, right? And that's what we see in our school. That's what we would like you to be. Develop servant leadership, that others come before you, right? So thank you very much for all your expressions. Thank you, Marsha, for getting Dr. Paleri on board. Thank you, Sandy, for putting it all together, and all the staff, the music, Ashwin, and the sports people, Milan and Mayur, and of course, all you kids who are there. Thank you so much. God bless, and have a great day ahead. And even in this pandemic, I think there is hope, because you are there. Learning never stopped, as I could see. It only got more creative. It only got more energized to me. So your home, you have discovered now, your home is a school also, right? It's your first school, and then is this school. So blend the two schools, and we look forward for happier days where we're going to meet face to face as Maharashtra keeps opening up, and I'm sure there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you for keeping to grow and learn and persevere. That's the strength of today's India. Thank you. God bless. Thank you again, Dr. Paleri. Okay. All right, guys. See you. God bless.
Thank you, everyone. And celebrate and enjoy this Independence Day with your family, your friends, and with your loved ones. Thank you.